Hey guys, it's Mark Nutt here. I'm coming at you with another story time, and yes, I am recording this right after I've recorded pretty much everything else for today. I am still wearing this red hoodie. It's not been a week of me just wearing this straight. I've just been recording a few videos back to back. But I thought I would tell perhaps my favorite story. It's super embarrassing, and anybody who's known me for a long time has probably heard it, but it's a fun one. So I used to live out in Monterey, California. Loved it, beautiful place. When I moved back to Wisconsin, I missed it a lot, and it took a while, but I eventually decided to go back for just like a little week-long vacation. Got a little hotel in Marina, just outside of Monterey, and yeah, I was having a pretty good time. Did a few things while I was out there. The typical like go to the beach, hang out, blah 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 blah. And I realized, man, there wasn't a lot to do out there. When I lived there, I just normally went to the beach, sat in my room, and yeah, but I never went to Benihana's, so I was like, okay, I'll try that out. I love seafood, and sushi's a big favorite of mine. Probably my most favorite food is either steak or sushi. So I went there, got loaded up on sushi, and yeah, it was just the typical day. After that, I went right over to the wharf. Like, the Benihana's is pretty much right next to their Fisherman's Wharf there. And I did some tourist shopping, and I was having a good time. And I got these pair of American flag pants, and maybe I'll edit a picture of it here, maybe I won't. Who knows? And shoved them in my backpack, and I was like, okay, cool. And my stomach just starts to feel not great. And now I'm near the front of the wharf, and because I used to live there, I knew exactly where the public restrooms are. So I was like, okay, I'll head over there. And as I'm walking, the closer and closer I get, the worse and worse it feels. Like, it's just starting to eat at me. Like, it's getting bad, real bad. I'm like, It was some, like, most uncomfortable I've ever felt. And I was just like, okay, I gotta walk a little faster. And I'm like, okay, I see the bathroom. I just need to get in there. I gotta hold it until I get in there. And as I walk through the door, shit, like a waterfall, just starts spilling out of me. I'm wearing khaki shorts, and it's just spilling out of my shorts right into my shoes and my socks and everything. And I'm just like you've had bad diarrhea where it just kind of feels like, okay, yeah, it's just kind of flowing out. I had the worst diarrhea I've ever had in my life, where like solid clumps of like shit were just flowing out. Where like, I'm not even exaggerating, it was flowing out, just. And I'm walking from the door to the stall, and it's just flowing out, leaving a trail behind me. I'm like a serious trail behind me, kind of like when you see a snail crawl, a little snail trail behind me. And I get into the stall, and I'm like trying to rip my pants off, already crying a little bit, and there's just shit everywhere. As I'm getting it off, I'm shitting all over the toilet seat and getting like shit all over my hands, and like freaking out. Put my hands on the wall, shit literally up the toilet. And I finally sit down because I finally got my pants off. And it's just flowing. It just keeps flowing. It's been a consistent flow of just shit. And I'm just covered in it. Like I said, hands, legs. It's into my shoes and my socks. My socks are just soaked with diarrhea. And it's just terrible. It's just awful. And I'm just sitting there like flowing. Just sitting there crying, like I don't know how I'm getting back, how I'm going to my hotel or anything. I'm just sitting here in the worst like, in the worst feeling way or the worst way I've ever felt my entire life. And I'm just sitting there, just like, I don't know what to do. Taking toilet paper, trying to get all the shit off my arms. Just like, filling up this poor toilet with my shit, flushing, filling it up with toilet paper and more shit. I finally stopped pooping. And get everything scrubbed off, and I look at my pants, and I'm just like, this big brown stain. I'm like, I can't wear these. They're just soaked, absolutely soaked. And I have my backpack hanging up there on the hook, and it's like, I know I have these parachute pants, American flag parachute pants. I am so lucky I bought those like literally 5 minutes before I had this whole thing, or I would have just been like sitting there like stuck. Just absolutely stuck, because my underwear is just pooped through, my pants are pooped through, my shoes are ruined, my socks are ruined. Luckily my shirt was fine, because I think I was wearing like a tank top at the time, and it was just awful. I'm just sitting there crying. Not knowing exactly what I'm gonna do. Luckily in my bag there was also like a pair of Crocs. I called an Uber, and I like just tried to wash my hands quick. Luckily nobody walks in there at all. I was so relieved that nobody walked in there. It was crazy, because there was just a shit trail. That stall was literally covered in shit, like the floor, this toilet seat up onto the toilet, the walls of it, like I said, just shit everywhere. And I take my pants, my underwear, my shoes, and my socks, dump them all into the trash can nearby, which is now covered in shit. No, oh my god. It's just, it was terrible. And so I just slap on these parachute pants with still a little bit of shit on me, probably. Get those on, slip into my Crocs, and just kind of quietly get into my Uber when he gets there. And he's like, oh, how was your day? And I'm just like, it's fine. Yeah, I had some sushi. And he's like, well, that's great. I'm glad. You like sushi? Awesome sauce. I'm just like, yeah, just get me back to my hotel. And when I got back, I just sat there. Like, I laid down in the shower. I just laid there, just kind of like, that really happened today, didn't it? I didn't let it ruin the rest of my vacation. But man, I am so lucky nobody walked in there while I was just crying and shitting and just, I'm so gross. And now everybody who ever sees this video will know my most traumatic story in my life. So that's been another story time with Mark Nutt. Don't bully me too much for shitting my pants as an adult.